بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه نستعين أما بعد. Respected teachers, honorable judges, esteemed guests, and my dear audience. Today, on this occasion, I want to deliver a speech on a topic, Voices from History, how Indian Muslims shaped the civilization. Before ink was put to paper, before history was written in the books, it was written in the blood, sweat, prayers, and sacrifices of people who believed that this land belonged to all who lived on it. But sometimes these facts disappear quietly through silence, neglect, and the unwillingness to tell the full truth. Today on this stage, I want to break that silence and bring before you the chapter of India's past that has been dimmed but never destroyed. A chapter when India was not a developing nation, not a rising power, but the richest civilization in the world, holding nearly 25% of the global economy. A time when the world calls us Soni ki Chidiya, it means the golden bird. Dear intellectuals, at the core of this golden era stood the community whose contribution shaped India, not for themselves, but for all its people, Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, Jains, and every citizen of this land. That community was Indian Muslims, whose governance was built on the principle of justice, compassion, morality, and public welfare. The Quran commands, indeed, Allah orders justice, excellence, and kindness among people. And our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught us, the best of people are those who benefit the humanity. Did teachings become the moral compass of governance during Muslim rule in India? They created the civilization that valued the cooperation, our conflict, knowledge, our ignorance, humanity, our hatred. That's not more inspiration, but is the fact that testify the leading historians across the world. William Dalrymple in the last book writes that Muslim governments nurture the composite culture, a culture built by Hindus, Muslims together. Harvard scholar Audrey Tversky confirms that Mughal administrative system was among the most efficient in the modern world, serving people of all faiths. Hindu historian R.C. Majumdar acknowledges that many Muslim rulers protected temples, patronized Hindu scholars, and honored Indian traditions. Karen Armstrong notes that India's Ganga Jamni culture emerged through centuries of Hindus, Muslims cooperation, not conflict. Dear friends, under Muslim leadership, India witnessed the tremendous growth in architecture, economy, agriculture, and artistry. Bengal produced the finest muslin on the earth, so delicate it was called woven air. Gujarat became the global trading hub, while Kashmir's craft reached the palaces of Europe. The cultural world of Delhi, Lucknow blossomed into one of Asia's most celebrated centers of poetry, music, etiquette, and literature. Renowned historian Satya Sharma writes that monuments such as Taj Mahal, Red Fort, Qutub Minar, Fatehpur Sikri, Agra Fort were not just architectural wonders. They also provided employment to millions of Indians, Hindus, Muslims alike, strengthening the economy for generations after generations after generations. Dear audience, Muslims fail in the science and technology. British historian George Bruce Milson records that Tipu Sultan was the first ruler in the world history to invent and deploy the iron-cased military rockets. The British seized these rockets, took them to London, studied them, and built upon them, laying the foundation for modern missile technology. The seeds of today's rocket science were planted here in India by an Indian Muslim king with a vision ahead of his time. Dear brothers, Muslims built roads and irrigation systems, established courts of justice, promoted trade, encouraged education, supported arts and sciences, protected diverse communities, and allowed the culture to flourish freely. Their legacy is not the legacy of destructions. It's the legacy of constructions, not of division, but of unity, not of taking, but of giving. This is not a claim. This is not an opinion. This is history, documented, researched, and undeniable. In the conclusion, I want to say with pride and responsibility that we Muslims are not deceivers, not destroyers, not cheaters, but we are true guardians of this nation, this land. Those who beautified it with our blood, sweat, prayers, and sacrifices. We are not outsiders to these nations. We are among to its protectors, builders, makers, and its faithful citizens. Thank you very much. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillah.